Hello and welcome to an episode of Pig City Podcast. It is week one. We are here. We have made it. Football is back. I'm one of your hosts, Zachary Ivy.
And I'm your other host, Alexander Walker.
And so the basic format is we have 3 picks from the Sunday games. We're going to go one for one. We're going to cover a little bit of all the games, and then we're making our primetime picks at the end. But Alexander, I don't think we need to take any more time to get into anything. I think we hop right into it. That good with you?
Yeah, let's do it.
I do want to ask you how you're feeling. I got to be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good, feeling like I always do. Just living life, man. Living life.
All right. So again, full transparency, we have talked about how we feel about a lot of games, but we don't know 100% what everybody's going to say or what the other person is going to say. But Alexander, I'm going to start us off first, and I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars are at home. This is a 3.5-point spread. They are favored. The Jaguars made a move in the draft to trade multiple picks in the future to get the Heisman winner Travis Hunter, the two-way player, the phenom, all the hype in the world. It's for jersey sales, it's for this, it's for that. Liam Cohen, Duval. Okay, we got Sirianni whispering in his ear saying, use it as motivation. Your guys will rally behind it. Just support it. And then on the other side, we got this Carolina Panthers team where regionally, where we are both live in North Carolina, a lot of love for this Panthers team. I got the people making them in the playoffs. I got people saying they can compete for the division. And if not, they're still going to be an above 500 team. Bryce is taking the next jump. So much hype and potential for two teams who came into the NFL at the same time. And you know the little interesting stat. When they play each other week one, whoever wins goes to the Super Bowl. So this could be the Super Bowl deciding game. I'm not going to make that prediction, but Alexander, I just want to let you know, I'm so excited for this game because it's such a weird game. This shouldn't be that intriguing, but it's very intriguing to me. How much are they going to have Travis Hunter involved? What are they going to do with it? So before I get my pick, what do you think about this game overall? I know I kind of am just excited because that's literally what it is. I feel like this game has a million different weird storylines, but I'm into all of them.
To me, it just feels like a game that should have been a London series game.
Week one, opening international.
I mean, to me, when I think of like London series, that early morning game, I want like shitty teams playing in case like I'm at church or something and I miss it. Like,
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were going that aggressive with this, but okay.
yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm pretty high on the Jags this year, and I'm not bought into the Panthers hype. So you probably knew where I was going when I brought this game up. But to all the Panthers fans, this is your time. This is your time to make me eat my words. It's your time to say, dude, this guy's just a hater. He's just all around Panthers fans all the time. It's your time to say, if you're going to be something, I'm not saying that week one's a must win, but what I'm saying is you must compete, and you really don't want to have me with my first pick of the year for the Sunday Pick City picks going against you and being right. And I think the Jags win. I think they cover. I already placed this one. I'm feeling good about it. I'm very excited to see what this Jags team looks like. I think the Panthers just still have a bunch of mixed match. They don't know who their second receiver is. They don't know what's going on. They got a receiver, again, fifth time I've mentioned this offseason. He'd rather be playing volleyball somewhere. They don't even have a full defensive unit. Yeah, they're improved. Okay, we'll see. I don't have any faith in this Panthers team. The little bit I tried to see the glimmers of hope, they get rid of Thielen. They get rid of leadership. They do this. I'm out on it. Honestly, probably spent too much time talking about the Panthers, but go Jags. Give me the Jags. 3.5. Let's go. Duval.
Alrighty. I mean, with a line like that, I don't blame you. But we'll jump over to my first one on my Pick City Picks of the Week, and it involves the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And it's it's in Cleveland, but Cincinnati is the favorite at 5.5. And I mean, you got any thoughts on these teams real quick?
I mean, this is like, if you just believe in the history that the Bengals are terrible at the beginning of the year, that's crazy.
Yeah, so when I saw this one, I was like, I believe in the Bengals to make the playoffs. And if I believe in the Bengals to make the playoffs, they
Huh.
can't do what they did last year, right? They can't lose opening week. They got to come out, make a statement against a Browns team that I just feel like they just still have yet to figure out how to have an identity. Like, they can't do anything right. Like, this is a game that you got to come out and win week one. But then even with the line being 5.5 for Cincinnati, I still believe in Cincinnati to cover that. And just Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, like T. Higgins, and I'll say it, uh, Trey's gonna come out and get a couple sacks this game.
Oh,
He's gonna make a statement. And I mean, as bad as their quarterback play is in Cleveland, Bengals might walk away with a couple turnovers.
hey, Joe Flacco's elite.
Yeah, maybe like 5 years ago.
5 years? Okay, that's even generous. Yeah, I mean, this seemed like a layup for you, so I don't really have anything else to add.
Yeah,
I
pretty layup-ish.
I mean, the Bengals last year lose to the Patriots week 1 and then come a game away from the playoffs. Surely they're not gonna lose to the Browns, right? Do you think alright, really quick, really, really quick, conspiracy brain here. Is this the NFL? Like, yes, it's a division matchup, but is this the NFL, like, being like, "Hey, Bengals, we want Joe Burrow in the playoffs. Y'all need to get started a little early. Y'all need to get started the season going a little bit. If you can't beat the Browns, then we can't really help you more than this."
No, I
I mean
think you're just reading into it too much.
okay. Alright. I mean, dude, if they alright, last thing on this. If they lose, are you out on the Bengals? And that's the problem, dude. You're already, like, okay if they lose. Alright, anyways, we're not going snake. I'm going to my next pick. We have I'll just go out and say it, a matchup I was completely right about last year, but also wrong about, and that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing the Atlanta Falcons. The Bucks go into Atlanta, 2.5-point dogs. I mean, 2.5-point favorites, Atlanta being the home dogs. And last year, Alexander, if you remember, Kirk Cousins was a starting quarterback for Atlanta. I loved Kirk Cousins. I thought that obviously I didn't know he was not going to be fully healthy and blah, blah, blah. But I picked the Falcons to win that division. And it was mainly because I thought it'd be close enough. I thought they matched up well against Tampa Bay and we're going to beat them. And I was like, well, even if they split with them, they can win the division. The Falcons beat the Bucks twice last year, but still didn't win the division. So, like, I was ultimately wrong, but I wasn't wrong in the assessment of, like, they just can beat this team. And the Bucks, the only thing they really can improve on is just winning these games that they should win. You look back to last year, they beat the good teams. They compete against every top team, and they'll lose these just what some fans would call flukish things. But I'm gonna ride with them, and kind of the same logic you used. If you watched our playoff pod, I have the Bucks reaching the NFC Championship game this year, and I think they start out week 1. Go ahead, getting out ahead, starting out with a winning record, not being below 500, and I think they handle the Falcons. I know the Bijan love is there from a fantasy and real life perspective, but I like Drake London, good volume. I know they made some bold moves I liked in the draft, but I don't think it's gonna pan out week 1. They don't have enough pass rush to stop Baker. Bucky's gonna run wild. And no, I'm not. I was gonna give it anytime touchdown for my boy Igbuka, but I'm not doing it. That is not an official pick, so if it happens, it's not. So I don't feel that confident, but I'm ready to watch him ball as well. So give me Tampa Bay, 2.5 points. I think that's just a generous thing for a division game, and that they beat them twice last year, but I think it's over. Tampa Bay's not gonna lose this team again in a row. Right?
I mean, if they do, is the talk gonna be, can Tampa beat Atlanta? Like, if it comes down to it, that next game, whew, a lot of pressure riding on it.
Yeah. I love these division matchups week 1 though.
Yeah. Well, with my next pick, I said screw division matchups, you know?
Oh.
I'm gonna go with the team that I believe in and with another team that with their head coach, they just always are above 500. It's just what they do. And if you know football, you know I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so it'd be the Pittsburgh Steelers facing off against the New York Jets. And the line is actually Pittsburgh favored it by 3 on the road. You have a question?
I keep going. No.
All right. Um, and with this, I mean, I just believe in the Jets. So this is a game to me. You come out, make a statement week 1. You beat a team that's just gritty. I mean, if you can come out and beat a team like that week 1, that's going to give you hard fault, and you just got to survive their defense. And if you can do that, that's a great statement. It gives you some confidence going, and I think it'd be huge for them to actually do something this year. And that's why I went the Jets, bro. Like, taking the dogs in this one, the home dogs, as you said. And with that, I mean, Justin Fields, a little bit of revenge game. I mean, I guess you could argue it's Rodgers' revenge game as well, though. I mean, it's kind of wild how they just flip quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'll give you anytime touchdown with this one attached. Brees Hall. Brees Hall is going to show up. He's going to ball out week one against Pittsburgh. It might not all
Okay.
be on the ground. That's the thing. He's going to be catching balls out of this backfield, and he's going to be a big part of this Jets win.
Okay. Yeah. I think across all of the football YouTube podcast landscape, week one is everyone putting their preseason and off-season thoughts to the test. And that's why you confused me at first. I was like, why is he talking about the Steelers and being over 500? But I was like, they're definitely playing the Jets. I'm not wrong. So that's why I was confused. But yeah, I mean, pick your guys, and you did. Obviously, we don't know how the game's going to play out, but let's say it's a close win for the Jets. Do you think the storyline is Rodgers doesn't move the needle, or do you think it's positive about the Jets? Because I don't think that it's a positive about the Jets unless they dominate.
I think it depends on how Rodgers plays. If Rodgers plays like bad, then the whole storyline is just going to be like, is Rodgers washed up, like everything like that, and it's going to take away from what the Jets can do. I mean, granted, with this line, the Jets technically don't have to win to cover, but I do like the Jets to win if you want to just, go straight up.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to take them straight up. I know you are. But I'm not going to take this next team straight up. I'm going to take them with the points, and because I think they cover. This is my darling team. I hate that I'm seeing other people starting to say, and maybe I'm not, maybe they see me saying it and they say the same thing, but people are starting to jump on and have faith and belief in this team. And that is the New England Patriots, who do open up at home. Las Vegas is coming to town. Pete Carroll, great legendary coach. I like the moves they made. I like that they, have a little reunion there with Gino and Pete. They have Genty, who I'm a huge fan of. Their receiver room's a little wonky. We'll see if Thornton gets some playing time. Jacoby wanted out. But Max Crosby's going to cause havoc. Sure. All of those things doesn't scare me at all. Drake May is going to use his legs. He's going to show people he can run. As long as he don't try to run people over and get injured, Drake May is going to have a very, very good year. You know how high I am on the Patriots this year. I have them in the playoffs. And so that's the same logic you used earlier. Hey man, if you're a playoff team, like you got to beat the Raiders at home week one. And I don't think they're going to be an elite team that we're used to in the Patriots past. But the only fear for me in this is just the simple like Pete Carroll aspect of like his first game back coaching. Is he really going to lose to a team that he's been preparing singularly for this game? It feels like, and I'm gonna say yes because I think no matter the case, the Patriots are just better across the board. And yeah, I absolutely am excited to see Henderson touch the ball. I don't know how much he'll be used as far as returning, receiving. Obviously, he'll be in the game. Stevenson as well. No fumbles. Stevenson, don't fumble. Actually, if you do fumble, I guess good because Henderson gets to play more. But yeah, I love the Patriots in this game. I'm not going to tease it, but I am not opposed to it either because I mean, they're just giving me a classic, old school home matchup, 2.5. Give me the Pats. I know you're not as high on that, but how do you feel about that?
I mean, I ain't going to lie. When we were sitting down to pick our 3 Pig City picks of the week, I almost picked that game, but I almost picked it because I was thinking about going Vegas, baby. That team, that's a scary week one matchup. And that's what I was going to kind of get into. As high as you are on the Patriots, if they lose week one to the Raiders, how's that making you feel about it then? You getting worried, or does it just make you a believer in the Raiders?
Well, again, it's not just outcome based. Like, yeah, right, they could win and cover, or win and not cover. They could play sloppy and win, or they could play great and they can't play great and lose this game. I mean, yeah, I would be concerned. Again, it depends on what exactly happened, but I would be very concerned actually because I think they're going to go in there and yes, he's a favorite, so it's a little different. But like this feels like a Vrabel like just master class of like, hey, y'all forgot about me. Like y'all thought y'all forgot about Pete Carroll, y'all forgot about me. I mean, he's getting in the middle of scrums, coming out bleeding. I love it.
He might have a concussion and not know how to call plays anymore.
Well, he's probably not calling plays anyway, so that's fine. All right.
But alrighty, I'll jump into my last Pig City picks of the week, and we're gonna jump out. The game is taking place in Los Angeles. That's right. I've decided to pick Houston versus the Los Angeles Rams.
Really?
And as you said, the line for this one is the classic, home team gets 2.5. And with this one, it's an intriguing matchup to me. I mean, you have the Texans, who one of their last two games in the postseason, their defense looked great. It caused Herbert to throw the most picks he's thrown the whole year in one game. I mean, their offense, you got CJ Stroud, big believer in him. They got Nico. The big question mark for them, though, is there's no Joe Mixon. What Nick Chubb are we getting? I've heard quite a bit of reports that Nick Chubb looks slow. He doesn't look like the old Nick Chubb. Luckily, though, I mean, hey, they got Pierce, they got Woody Marks. I mean, they got other options, but how quickly are they to turn to those? Is it going to be a little too late? But then on the other side, you got the Rams. I mean, they got Kyron, who in a matchup like this, he's going to probably have to ball out. They got Puka. They got Devontae Adams. And then they got Stafford. I get it, Stafford, though. The whole offseason, they're talking about the back. But to me, if he's playing, that back's going to be fine. Plus, Matt Stafford's a warrior, bro. He'll play through anything and still be able to put good product out there. That's just the type of dog he is. So, with all that said, give me the Rams at 2.5 favorites. And just another little nugget for y'all out there. I'll add another anytime touchdown attached to this one. Give me Kyron, anytime touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're gonna be doing that a lot. Yeah, I mean, you're worried about the wrong, like, injury. You're worried about Mixon. This would be Stafford. Yeah, he's gonna be able to play, but I just don't see a world in which Stafford comes out and just is smooth and clicking and ball. And I love this Texans defense. I just don't see this being like a. Of course, they can win and cover. I'm not saying a guarantee the other way, but this game seemed way too scary for me to get involved with because I mean I don't know what the under is on it, but I I don't think there's gonna be a lot of points in this one.
To me, though, like another reason why I think anyone out there should feel confident that if Stafford's playing, he's not just going to be a bum out there, is the fact that they do have Jimmy Garoppolo, who's serviceable. We've saw what Sean McVay can do with quarterbacks. He can plug and play them, especially if they have any little bit of talent. And Jimmy G has just the right little bit of talent that McVay can use and produce a great team. Heck, if they had to roll out Jimmy G the whole season, Rams are still probably competing for a playoff spot. That's just what type of coach Sean McVay is.
Okay, if you want to praise Sean McVay, that's fine, but let me see Jimmy G playing in the second quarter, third quarter this game against the Texans. I'll live bet the Texans so fast that like you won't even be able to say Jimmy Garoppolo's full name. So all right, so that is our Pig City picks of the week, 3 each. So we're now going to kind of go back and touch some of the games that we're not taking a side on, but just kind of discuss a little bit, and then we'll end with our Sunday night, Monday night primetime picks that we can watch separately as well. All right, Alexander, first game on the docket here is an NFC East divisional game, and it's the New York Giants, who I'm gonna be honest, I think the Giants had some kind of like media deal with what I've been told of NFL podcasts because I don't think I've went more than 30 minutes without somebody discussing their defense. And I believe their defense is gonna be good, but let's pump the brakes a little bit. Like, yeah, they're gonna cause some havoc, but how much are they gonna be on the field? Is their offense really gonna play complementary football? Like, I think the Texans have a better defense than the Giants overall because I trust they can control the ball. Now, they did that a lot last year with Joe Mixon, to your point. But I'm kind of not as interested in this game. Obviously, I want them both to lose, but I'd rather Washington lose just based on last year. But huge spread, so obviously Washington favored. But do you think the Giants can pull the upset? I guess the question. And then, is there anything you're like excited to see in this game? Because I'll be honest with you, as far as like offensive weapons or things, I'm excited to see how Jaden Daniels does deal with this dominant defensive front that I do think they're going to be good, but I mean, they're acting like this is going to be like the 23 Eagles or something, lead the league in sacks. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater of both teams too much, but I'm curious how Jaden plays week 1. It'd be really sad if he played really poorly after everyone's crowned him as a top 5 quarterback for getting blown out in a meaningful game. All right, that's haterism coming out. Sorry, Alexander. What you got in this one?
This one, the only thing I will be tuning in to see is I really think this game's gonna be closer than a lot of people think. I
Oh,
think the Jets, they just it's a division game. They're gonna play them tough,
Giants.
and yeah, the Giants. Phew, good catch. Um, the Giants are gonna play them tough, and I think like if at the end of the game the Giants won, I would not be surprised. Like, but then it becomes, I think I would see everybody just talk about like, wow, like maybe Washington ain't the team we thought they were and everything like that. But if that was to happen to me, I feel like the story should be maybe the Giants have something a little bit here. Like they're not just gonna roll over this year. They're gonna play people tough. And I think it's an intriguing matchup for sure.
Okay, so I'm not as interested, but yeah, I mean, I would go with Washington, and yeah, that's going to be. Hopefully, you're watching this with me. Those of you who don't know, we spend a lot of time watching games together on Sundays, so that'll be on like screen number 7, our little small one, this little monitor I'm recording on. And because that's probably the worst game of this docket for me, truthfully. But all right, Alexander, you want to intro the next game for me?
Next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals facing off against the New Orleans Saints. And this line is way in the favor of. Can you click off of that?
I didn't mean to say it. Way in the favor of.
Thank you. The line in this one is 6.5 Arizona. That's a big line. And to me, is it a big line because the Saints might be the worst team in the NFL this year? And if you're Arizona, you got to come in. If everybody is possibly thinking the Saints might be the worst team in the NFL, you got to dominate them. And that's what this line's trying to predict. Like, you got to come in, make a statement, show that you're here, you're going to win big and against teams that shouldn't have a chance to compete against you. And just to me, I'll be tuning in just to see what version of Kyler we're going to get this year. And to see if like him and Marv can get going early in the year. Start a little get hooked up a little bit. I mean, what are you looking at in this one?
Yeah, I mean, I if there's one team I'm gonna be a genius about or an idiot about, it's the Arizona Cardinals this year. I love how they attack the defensive side of the ball, and offensively, they're just gonna let it grow another year. Still got Connor, I love Trey Benson there in the backfield as well. Maserati Marv, you already mentioned, he gets cooking with Kyler. Yeah, man, it really is about Kyler. Everything's about the quarterback. But on the other side, the quarterback is Spencer Rattler. And so I'm starting the Cardinals in 8 fantasy leagues this year as my defense because I they're not gonna like give up many points. This game does kind of reek if you are gonna take the line of like a late cover somehow where the Cardinals just have settled for field goals a couple of times and are like, we're gonna play it safe because we know they can't score. And they're up 14 and the Saints score at the end, whatever. But as far as the game itself, I'm looking for the Cardinals to play clean football. I'm looking for Kyler to play smart. When you're playing a team like this, yes, you still want to be aggressive, but like take the one-on-ones to Marv if you get them, but just play smart, clean, crisp football. They're a bigger, stronger, more physical team than the Saints. They really should bully ball them. And you don't get a line this big if the talent disparity is not that large. And so that's where I am excited. Basically, like the Saints are so bad that, their home field is neutralized at this point. So I am all in on the Cardinals. And so yeah. And then you might be wondering, well, why didn't you pick this year thing? Just because it's a huge line, it kind of scared me, but I was very close to it. But yeah, I'll take the Cardinals money line easy. All right. Ready to move on? All right, next game is our closest matchup of the week. Some very, very interesting teams that both probably have coaches that are on the hot seat already as first coach to be fired. And this is the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts, which Miami right now is less than a point favorite, half a point. Crazy as a spread. Not even just like basically a pick 'em. It is a pick. And the whole drama with Tyreek, the whole drama with if Tua is going to be able to come through, are they too soft? Do the Dolphins even have a running back? Their backfield is just, I guess Achan's still playing and starting. He just practiced the other day, but they said he's going to be fine. Ollie Gordon looks good. They're just a million question marks there. And then on the Colts side, a pretty good roster that you like more than I do. And they say, you know what, we're going to go with maybe not the more upside quarterback, but the more stable quarterback in Daniel Jones, which is saying a lot. But if he can perform in this system, the Colts can be a decent team. And so this is the only game competing with me for that Giants Washington game of just this one might be terrible. But honestly, Alexander, my prediction on this game, and now you're probably really wondering why did you not pick this? Because I did not want to be wrong picking a team like this. I think the Dolphins blow them out. I'll be honest with you.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
This game to me, this early in the year, it literally felt like when you look at it, yeah, it needs to be just a pick 'em. And the reason it needs to just be a pick 'em is because you kind of touched on it. What Miami team is going to show up? Is it going to be the one that we saw, what was it, 2, 3 years ago that could just hang numbers on people with ease? Or is it gonna be the one that we saw last year that, like, I mean, they kinda just look like they didn't know what they're doing at times. Like, they just look lost. And then you got the Colts who, I mean, you kinda acted like they didn't make the right quarterback decision, but I kinda look at it as, if you believe in Shane Steichen, he might be the one guy out there that can possibly get the most out of Daniel Jones. Like, that could literally be the perfect quarterback to run his type of system that he's wanting to run. And then they still have Jonathan Taylor. And their defense, it's a good defense. Their defense could slow down Miami, and then you got Jonathan Taylor on the other side, and just let Daniel Jones game manage it, and they could easily walk away with a win in this one.
Yeah, I think the decision was that they're completely out on Anthony Richardson as a franchise, despite him barely playing football in general. But
I mean,
I
he's a
think that
project.
I don't think so. I think it's the project's over. I think that they packed him up. He's gone. But I feel like they picked Daniel Jones because it's just like, yeah, he won't Will Levis us in these games. He'll just be okay. I don't know. I I'm not saying they made the wrong move. It feels like a weird situation in general. But yeah, so sounds like we're on opposite ends of that one as well, but not enough confidence to really pick it. So stay away. All right, Alexander. Getting on to the 4 o'clock slate, we have a team that two teams you're a little higher on. One of which I actually have in the Super Bowl. You have potentially winning their division with the Denver Broncos as they are hosting Cam Ward making his rookie debut. And I'll start there. That's what I'm excited about, facing definitely the best cornerback grouping of any team in the NFL, 1 through 4, maybe even 5 now. They just have corners everywhere. And that's a tough, 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 tough task to play week 1, especially having to go to Denver to play. I hope Ward just goes in there and puts on a clinic, even if they can't win. Anything specifically you're looking for in this game? I know Broncos have players everywhere, but to me, this game's about how bad is it going to get?
To me, in this one, I'm just looking to see how Cam Ward manages a tough defense. And if you are a Titans fan, I think you need to go in with the mindset of it might not be that great of a game for Cam Ward because he is going up against a great defense. It might be a struggle for a quarter, might be a struggle for 2. But if he could, like, bounce back towards the end of the game and start getting it going, getting his feel against a top defense, to me, that would make me feel great going in to other games later in the year. And I think it's just like, normally, like, if I feel like if you had a rookie quarterback, you kinda would want him to, like, get, like, kinda eased in. And instead, Cam Ward's literally getting thrown straight to the fire, to the wolves. Like, we're about to find out what he's made of and how quickly he can adapt.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
hopefully it's not Arch Manning versus Ohio State because that's has the potential to be that way.
hey, it looked like he adapted late. He started figuring something out a little bit.
Well, speaking of adapting late, I am excited to see Bo Nix as well. Obviously, insane middle to second half of the year last year, and they just ran out of steam in the playoffs. But I'm excited to see him starting a year with having a full offseason of prep, having the guys around. So I'm excited to see that. I think this one has ugly potential written all over it. Just don't give up on a rookie quarterback in one game against maybe the best defense in the NFL, definitely one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
agreed.
Yeah, I don't have any upset alert on that one at all. Dang, I really like the favorites, huh?
Yep. You're a little favorite guy, aren't you?
I mean, the Dolphins are barely a favorite. All right, San Francisco at Seattle, another divisional matchup. Look, San Francisco had to replace so many people last year, and now their receiver room is Ricky Pearsall, and I literally don't know who their second receiver is for this game, like legitimately,
I think
because I
Devon
don't know who
Jennings is playing.
he is playing.
I think so. He was back practicing.
So the contract situation and the injury and all the above are just kind of all combined together, but irrelevant, I guess. Who knows? But either way, I don't believe it or see it with the Seahawks. This is a team that I am going to have to eat a lot of words I've said about this offseason if their defense is as good and rounds out the way people think they can. I'm picking San Francisco to win this one. I think it's going to be a classic NFC West game. I'm excited to watch two players in this game, and it's the two best players on the 49ers. It's Christian McCaffrey and Fred Warner. I want to see McCaffrey running over people. I want to see him being efficient, breaking a big touchdown, and I want to see Fred Warner just all over the field causing havoc. Can JSN step up as the number one receiver from game one? We'll see. Not a ton of storylines that intrigue me more than just the teams in general, how they're going to match up, because that division is always fun. But I want to see a healthy McCaffrey exploding, and I love watching Fred Warner just ball out.
Yeah, for me, you kind of touched on it of why this is a game to me you stay away from. It's the classic NFC West type game. And I feel like it has even more makings of that just because it's week one. It's going to be a dogfight. And where I differ from you, I'm actually intrigued by Seattle. Like, I'm intrigued to see what they're going to have this year. I think they're a team a lot of people are sleeping on, and this would be a great way to make a statement, get a win week one against your division rival. It's also Cooper Kupp's homecoming game, bro. He's getting to play for the home crowd as the home team. Like, does he have anything left in the tank? Like you were talking about JSN. What if Cooper Kupp still has some stuff left in the tank, bro? And he can just be a key part of this offense. And then, like, I feel like it's what we say every year if you talk about Seattle is can Kenneth Walker stay healthy and be who he can be when he is healthy on that football field? And then you kind of touched with it on the other side. If you're wanting to tune in to see McCaffrey, what's McCaffrey got? I just saw a report today. He's faster than he's ever looked, which is wild to me to just say. But apparently he's faster than he's ever looked. Like, he looks like he's even got better game flow than he's ever had. Like, probably just a little 49ers reporter just getting hyped up. But
Yeah, I mean, it's before week one. That's a little, what the kids call cat.
yeah, but I mean, it literally is a matchup of two teams who have key running backs that just seem like they can't stay healthy. So honestly, if I'm a fan of either one of these teams, I just want my running back to get out of there healthy, and that's a win.
Hey, listen, I like Charbonnet, I like Brian Robinson better, but they have those guys there for a reason. But let me just say, I'm realizing now how crazy I feel in my brain that I'm like, yeah, I mean, Kenneth Walker, there's no chance he's staying healthy. And I'm like, but CMC though, I mean, that's crazy. Like, what am I doing? Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I picked the 49ers to win this division. I think they're gonna go on an absolute tear this year because no one has like stability with them. But Brock Purdy's a good quarterback, and I'm excited to see him show people because Seattle has good secondary. I'm excited for Brock Purdy to remind people like, hey, I'm still good at this thing. So yeah, that I am very excited about that. I will be only 4 games on during this time, and this is one of the two I'm most excited about. But the one I'm most excited about, Alexander, is a rematch of a game last year that decided so much early on because it showed what these two teams were. And Detroit was a team that found ways to win, and Green Bay was a team that could not win in their division. Green Bay was a 10, 11 win team, and they struggled against their division opponents, Detroit and Minnesota. I mean, That's actually impressive to be a double-digit win team and not be able to beat your division, basically. And so is it the same Packers? Is it from last year? Is it the same Lions, new coordinators? I'm very excited to see how the Lions look with so much new above them, if you will, coaching coordinators, whatever. But a lot of the same personnel on offense. I think the Ragnow injury is the most under talked about thing from any potential contender of any team. I don't know why it's not being addressed more. I think Detroit's offensive line has a chance to take a big step back because of that, because play action doesn't work real well when your center and your guard just get bull rushed. So we'll see if Goff's on time first game. I actually really like the Packers in this. I guess Parsons is for sure playing. I don't know. He's having some weird stuff reported with he has to get injections and stuff, but I'm guessing he'll be out there. But if so, that makes me even more confident. But I like the Packers in this game in Lambeau, showing us a new year, showing us a new thing. I still believe the Lions to be a good team. I have both these teams in the playoffs. But this might be, before we get into our primetime picks here in a second, this might be my favorite game that's going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a game that I'm going to be watching. I mean, this 4 o'clock slate, besides probably Tennessee and Denver, you're gonna have 3 great ball games to be watching.
Yeah. And you got to watch Cam Ward, even if it's not a great game.
Yeah, but, yeah, it's gonna be a very intriguing game, and I feel like you kinda touched on it with, like, can Green Bay win against a division opponent? But it almost seems, in a way, everybody keeps talking about what Green Bay's done, and they're starting to sleep on the lines a little bit. That's a scary thing to do, is get caught sleeping on Dan Campbell, because that dude's a madman, and I just I think it's gonna be a very tight game. It'll probably come down to, like, a 4th down call that the Lions end up converting, and that's what's gonna win them the game.
I mean, they're going to have that mentality still, regardless who the coordinators are. But there is one guy we're not talking about here, and that's Aiden Hutchinson. If he is him this game, that really could swing it because he's an actual game wrecker. Like he is what they want Micah to be for the Packers. Like he is that dynamic and dominant. I mean, heck, we talked about already. He was in MVP votes last year before he got hurt. He's that good. Yeah, I'm still leaning Packers. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, for the Packers side, what I'm fascinated to just see is how Golden gets involved on that offensive side of the ball for him, and how Reed looks because he's dealing with a foot injury or an ankle or something.
Yeah, dude, it might be a
Like,
Jones fracture. Like I'm out. I don't believe in Reed to be like dynamic.
I don't think it's a Jones fracture though, 'cause I'm pretty sure I saw a report that like he was like limited in practice.
You can still play with it, but you're not gonna be the same.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very intriguing, and it could be one of those games like in week 1 where has the makings could decide the division later in the year.
I was gonna say like this literally could be. We're gonna get to one of our primetime picks. The weight it could have. This could be for this division. The teams I have finishing first and second, actually. I know you don't, but whatever. We'll get to them in a second. So yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of other storylines for that. If you have any other comments on the Lions or Packers, but I think I think it's a better chance than not. That game goes into the fourth quarter, and of course we'll have them all on here. We're gonna be drawn to that one more than the others. I think it's gonna really pull us in. I hope.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. Good kickoff to the football season. Get you drawn in.
Yeah. All right, so we are now going to go into our primetime picks. So you've already seen the Thursday night game at this point. Maybe you've even seen the Friday night game at this point if you're listening to this on Saturday, or heck, maybe you listen this Sunday morning. Either way, we've already had a couple games, and it'll go to our record for this. So we will always pick the Sunday night or Monday night game. We have to pick the spread. We can't just pick a winner. So, Alexander, please do me the honors of talking about this just absolute beautiful treat the NFL gave us on week 1 Sunday night.
Sunday night football for us to watch this year is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. This literally is a game that could decide the 1 seed in week 1, which is insane, but it has all the makings to do that, especially if you believe in both of these teams to win their divisions. And I mean, both of us haven't finished 1-2. So it's in a
Yeah.
very intriguing game, and I'm excited for it. It's a great game to just get to end my Sunday night on, and it's very fascinating. And the line says it too. The line is Buffalo is favorite, but they're only favored it by 1.5 at home. So they didn't get the classic at home line. They took a point away.
Yeah, I mean, you have a matchup of the league's 2 most recent MVPs. Arguably, could have been Lamar again last year. I think, if I'm being honest, maybe should have been. And they're starting to get a little more respect as this specific game is being talked about. The Bills and Ravens are the teams 2 most bet to make the Super Bowl this year for the AFC. And I am only hesitant for one reason, Alexander. I would rather see these teams play after they've already been playing a couple weeks. I mean, is that like a terrible take? Like week 1 being sloppy, but I'm so excited for it. I want to make that clear. I'm more excited than not, but like we're only guaranteed this one time of watching them play this year. Like this should be like one of those locked in rivalry college games at this point. I wish it wasn't week 1 just for the fact of I want these teams playing their very best, and no team's playing their best in week 1. And hopefully neither of these teams play their best in week 1 because as we mentioned, we both have them as the 1 and 2 seed in the AFC. Regardless, one of them has to lose week 1. I'm leaning Buffalo, as they are my number 1 seed, and you know, if we're doing the mental gymnastics of week 1 really mattering with the record, I'm guessing you're going the other way.
Yes, I am going Baltimore in this one. I think it's a great opportunity for Baltimore to come out and show that they're here, and their defense, I expect to show up and make some big time plays against Buffalo's offense. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, Lamar's going to Lamar. Allen's probably still going to Allen. And then it kind of comes down to Henry versus Cook. And I believe in Cook. But this Baltimore defense, as good as they are, I think they're going to contain them. Where I just don't know if Buffalo can contain Henry. I think they're going to be too focused on Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, it's really gonna be a chess match. I'm very excited to see how McDermott and Harbaugh go into this one. Also wanna shout out Buffalo Joe, my roommate in college. His brother, younger brother, playing for the Bills. Got on team last year, had a little segment on Hard Knocks this year. I mean, that's just kinda cool, you know? So maybe he makes a play. I'd like to see him tackle Derrick Henry one good time, like Cooper last year. You know, just straight form tackle. But yeah, man, we could literally make a 30-minute video just talking about this game. But I'm so excited. Let us know who y'all got winning, as we have one more pick left. Let us know who you got, what we got wrong. Again, thank you for listening, and make sure you subscribe. Our last pick of the week, okay? This is going to be the Monday Night Football primetime pick. Another divisional game, if you haven't figured out the theme from the NFL this year. And it's the Minnesota Vikings facing the Chicago Bears. Alexander, Minnesota is 1.5 point favorites, correct?
Yes, on the road.
Just making sure that was true. If you believe in the Bears, you believe in Caleb Williams, you believe in this offense, you probably love that they're not favored. If you believe in the Vikings defense, if you're like my good friend Alexander here and believe in JJ McCarthy, you probably feel like you're stealing money by being able to just get them just to cover with 1.5. And so, Alexander, I'm going to let you go because this is one of your teams you believe in the most. You have them in the NFC Championship game. Is that right?
Yes.
And winning the division with the guy who is literally not taking a snap in the NFL. So sell everyone on why the Vikings are your pick for this game.
I mean, the Vikings are my pick for this game because literally, what can you say about JJ McCarthy? You can say he's just a winner. The dude won championships at the high school level, won a championship at the college level. The dude's just a winner. He knows how to go out there, perform, and play in the big moments. And then you're telling me he gets to throw to one of the best receivers in the game? I mean, before last year, we were saying it was the best receiver in the game. So, I mean, it's a great place to be. It's a great spot to be if you're young coming into the league. And then I mean, they still have Aaron Jones there, and they went out and got George Mason. That could be a great two-headed backfield committee. I mean, they'll be without Addison, so, I mean, that might hurt them a little bit,
Oh, he
but
can't make it.
they went out and, they got Adam Thielen, and if you watched football at all last year, you saw what Adam Thielen was able to do for Bryce Young. If he can do that for freaking JJ McCarthy, on top of JJ having Justin Jefferson, like, he's just set up to succeed. And if he don't, I mean, I guess the cop out answer is it was his first year, but I don't even think you should do that. Like this, you're set up to go out there perform. This was a team last year that won 14 games. Like you are getting plugged in. You got to go out and do your part. And their defense is great. Their defense is going to go out there. It's going to be amazing. And the other side of the ball is a division rival. It's the Bears. Like everybody's wanting to hype them up. Make a statement. Show them everybody's wrong. Put the end to it. Put a dagger in it. Like everybody's wanting to talk about how Ben Johnson can just change a team last year that just looked lost. And I think he can, but I don't think he can do it in one off season. So give me Minnesota all day. You touched on it. I'm basically stealing money from Vegas with this line.
Yeah, honestly, I will really quickly. I had to look something up. I thought this was the case. But I was like, wait, can JJ McCarthy win Rookie of the Year? Is this like a Ben Simmons thing? NFL doesn't do that. It's only your first year after getting signed. So he can never do that. But I was just gonna say you should put that in. Anyway, sorry. Look, we all have dumb thoughts. I really was like, wait, he didn't ever play though. Regardless, Alexander, here's my issue with it. Well, first off, and Kevin O'Connell, like he's gonna do a great job. It's not that I don't think what you said is 100% true. I'm not debating his long-term success or how good he's going to be. Or this is his first game ever starting in the NFL on primetime on Monday night. Now you could argue, yeah, he won't have anything to really compare it to because it's his first experience doing it. It's not going to feel that much bigger because it is. But if you think that Chicago is a huge sports town and they're believing in game one, this is the most excited they're going to be maybe for any game this year. So I just think it's going to be somewhat of a hostile environment for him. Like, I don't know the exact conditions, but I just am a little nervous about him going into it. But with that being said, I'm trusting the Vikings. And if I lose this one, it's on you, buddy, because you're basically making this a guarantee. We can't legally say that, but I'm blaming you for it. But it's also, I think the Bears still are just a little too broken. And I know they have Ben Johnson, but give me O'Connell over Ben Johnson. And also give me the Vikings defense over the Bears defense. And I think that unit's just gonna, their corners have shown flashes, but like you mentioned it, Justin Jefferson. And before the Adam Thielen signing, I felt way less confident about JJ getting in a rhythm because, yes, you can
Naylor
throw it up.
looked good last year, though.
Say it again?
Naylor. He looked good last year.
Okay. I'm not, it's just like he was what he was. I don't think he's helping McCarthy near the amount Thielen's going to. So, kind of best of both worlds for them. Sorry, you were trying to call timeout for me, and I ignored that.
Yeah, I was trying to call timeout because you were talking about it being a hostile environment. Which environment you think's more hostile? Chicago or Ohio State Michigan robbery?
It's a good point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, I get it is in the NFL setting, but that moment there, going in there and just constantly beating Ohio State's butt. Well,
I hear you.
Actually, I guess I guess it was the back end of his career he did that, didn't he? Didn't he lose like once or twice at the beginning of his career? But either way, towards the back end of his career, he was going in there and just he made the stadium his basically.
But he also wasn't asked. Listen, no, we're not going down this path. But what I'm gonna say, it's a good point by you. We've seen it in big moments, but we haven't seen him play a primetime game against NFL defenders, and I just think it's a little different. And I don't know. Again, I'm with you on this. I just don't have the confidence level you do. So I'm telling people to ride with us, but ride with caution. So, Alexander, as I'm looking really quickly, we are different on 2 primetime picks. So if you guys want to split the difference, you can. We will we'll put something together in the future if we align on them, maybe get some good odds. But that's about the full summary of our week 1 preview for the NFL season. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. I'm so excited for this year. We will see you on Monday. We will be recording Sunday night. We will be releasing Monday of what we saw and what we saw happen, maybe while that Bills Ravens game is not even finished yet. Alexander, we're going to close this out in the same way we did all offseason, but you got to say something this time about what's going on with one of these games. Last minute, last second thing you have on any of these games. Maybe it's a bet, a prop, a player you like. Maybe it's just a game you're excited about. Maybe you just want to say something insane to me. I'm not allowed to speak. 30 seconds to a minute. You're on the clock.
All right, I'm gonna touch on it. I already gave you 2 anytime touchdown props. I'm gonna give you 2 more. Give me Derrick Henry, and then let's hop down to the Monday night game. Hey, give me Justin Jefferson. The dude's gonna have a touchdown. And if you wanna get a little wild with it, you're just feeling it. Take an Adam Thielen anytime touchdown. I could see it happening, and dude, if you believe in Minnesota, take it.
Okay, this isn't me responding to that. One quick question for you, Alexander. Did you also say that you were going to sprinkle Trey Hendrickson 2 sacks? Did I hear that?
Yes.
All right, just wanted to get that out there, people. So let's see if Walker can make you some money. I'll have some better picks for you next week. But more than anything, thanks for joining us. Big City. Talk to you later.
We out.